everyone, and welcome to Hot Rich, where you come to get amazed. Some leaders around the world are strong, some are genius, but the one we are going to discuss about today is all extravagant, powerful, and wealthy at the same time. We are talking about none other than Sultan Haji Hassanal Bolkiah Waddaulah. Well, wait, let me sort this name out. None other than Sultan of Brunei. Reigning over a country rich in natural resources such as oil and gas, the Sultan of Brunei also owns tons of properties and extreme level of luxury items. We all are almost fond of some kind of music. Some of us are die-hard fans of some musicians around the globe. But tell me one thing. If one of you people have all power and wealth, and you are a craziest fan of Whitney Houston, who is still one of the best-selling music artists of all time, and she sold all of those records by having a voice that literally comes around once in a generation, imagine yourself as a fan of hers. What would you do to make her perform in your country? Well, let me know your answer in the comment box. But let me tell you what Sultan of Brunei did as a die-hard fan. He literally called Whitney Houston to Brunei in 1996, and according to rumors, he gave her a blank check to fill out. How ridiculous is this? A check that is believed to have been valued at around $7 million. And I'm all amazed. We all pay some amount of money for our hobbies. For example, if our hobby is watching TV or movies, we pay for Netflix. If your hobby is to play any outdoor or indoor game, you buy accessories for that to support your hobby. But what if your hobby is playing badminton and you are Sultan of Brunei? Well, twist here is that you basically just don't know how to play it. Let me amaze you with Sultan's reaction on this. Sultan once gave $2 million to man just for the sake of coaching him on how to play badminton. Amazed, right? Imagine it's your birthday. Imagined? Now happy birthday to you first, and if you really want to subscribe in return of this wish, that would be birthlicious. Okay, coming back to the video. How extreme wealth would you spend celebrating your birthday event? Well, for most of us, our birthday includes a cake and some kind of get-together or party with our friends and family. And like many other things in life, the quality of such parties vary depending on how much money is spent on them. One of the biggest milestones in life is a person's 50th birthday, and for a man, it is especially significant. So when the Sultan celebrated his 50th birthday, he made sure to go all out for his party. Now listen the details, please. The party was a 2-week event that included a polo match, several concerts, and a large dinner filled with dignitaries and several celebrities, and it cost him around $27 million. Tell me guys, what do people do to make things feel pleasant between you and your siblings after a fight over a TV remote? I have done nothing at all for making things good after a fight with my younger brother. Well, things are different when you are Sultan of some oil giant country. The Sultan and his younger brother had their legal disputes with one another, but that did not stop them from eventually reconciling. And what better way to show your younger sibling that everything is fine than by just buying them a multi-million-dollar home? London is filled with large residences that were literally built for lords, and St. John's Lodge is one of those residences. And as it stands now, the property is worth roughly $146 million. Although this looks like a single building, the lodge is actually made up of 3 buildings that are all connected, and only 2 of those buildings are considered to be the main house, while the third home is briefly made open to the public during some parts of the year. By today's standards, the Sultan paid $105 million for his brother's home away from home. I love traveling, and I love flying in planes too. I love luxury and I love flying in luxury too. But there are some things which I can only imagine right now, which includes having my own plane, and the next level of imagination would be owning a mega plane like world's biggest plane like Boeing. But wait, today we are talking about a man who don't need to give a about imaginations. Because he has it all, not even one, not even two. He owns several planes, even we don't know the exact numbers. This is how strangely poor we are. Well, which is decorated with the Sultan's logo and gold paint on the underbody. And the plane, which seats up to 200 people, comes with its own master bedroom and bathroom, which would explain itself why he spent a whopping $87 million on it. To be very honest, even the plane I imagined was no near luxurious than this which Sultan has. Sad life. We all have family members, and I'm very sorry for those who don't, but they must have someone they truly care for. What? You don't have any? My friend, I think you should just give a thumbs up to this video, then leave this video and just go and watch How to Find Love. And for all those who has someone to care about, you should watch till the end and then hit the subscribe button. Okay, coming back to the video. Gifts are the most usual way to tell someone that how much you care for them. But for Sultan, there is no one or two gifts enough to show his love. Especially when you have 12 children, 14 grandchildren, then you are looking at a lot of gifts. On average, the Sultan spends at least $17 million every single year on gifts for his family. As Sultan has a lot of planes, let me just tell you the details about another mega plane he owns with even more luxuries in it. Stop imagining it, you can't reach there, buddy. He owns a Boeing 747-400. The Sultan loves to live in luxury, which would explain why he owns this plane, because aside from the large onboard private office, it feels like you're flying in an actual palace. This plane comes with its own living room, a master bedroom, and a master bathroom that comes with its own set of gold solid sinks. The Sultan also had many of the other rooms upgraded in order for them to be equipped with modern facilities, and when you combine the cost of those upgrades with the actual cost of the plane, you get something in the neighborhood of $520 million. We have discussed planes, we have discussed palaces, hobbies. Now let's just discuss cars. How many cars you wanna own one day? Believe me, today everything I'm telling you is out of your imaginations. Now tell me, 100 cars? 200? 800? 1500? The Sultan has about 7,000 cars in his collection, and they are all considered to be some of the finest cars in the entire world. In fact, he has so many cars in his garage that it would take an hour and a half to bring a car from the back of the garage to the front. Other than limousines, his collection includes at least 22 BMWs, 17 Audis, 94 Aston Martins, 6 Bugattis, 3 Ducatis, 405 Bentleys and about 600 Mercedes. The garage even has its own Porsche and Lamborghini wings. All in all, the Sultan has spent nearly $5 billion on his collection. Let's talk about self-obsession and haircuts together. Self-obsessed people tend to spend more on their haircuts. Let's assume an average person spends around $50 on his haircut. But again, we are not talking about an average person today. We are talking about the Sultan of Brunei. When you look at the Sultan of Brunei, you cannot help but notice that he has a pretty ordinary looking haircut. But nothing is ordinary when it comes to this guy and his wallet. The Sultan pays $24,000 for his haircut. And that is just for the haircut. He also pays about $18,000 to make sure that his London-based barber is flown to Brunei in a private luxury cabin. Now this was something you didn't imagine of. Amazed, right? You have heard of Asprey International Limited. If not, let me tell you. Asprey International Limited is a UK company that designs, manufactures and sells jewelry and silverware, and they are known for supplying the British royal family and other royals around the world with impeccable jewelry. Seeing as the Sultan and his family are indeed royalty, it should come as no surprise that he too bought jewelry from Asprey. In fact, the family used to buy nearly $500 million worth of products from them each year. But think of this as a sultan worth of billions of dollars. What would you have did to show off your extreme wealth to other royalties? Instead of spending that much every year, the sultan decided to just buy the entire company, and in 1995 he did for $350 million. Well, in my opinion, this was a very smart move. Well done, Sultan. In the United States, the president lives in the White House while the Russian president resides in the Kremlin. And in the UK, the Prime Minister stays in 10 Downing Street. All of these official residences are very expensive yet luxurious properties. But there is no competition of Istana Nurul Iman, which is the Sultan's official residence. This residence is the largest residential palace in the world and the largest single-family residence ever built. And it comes equipped with 1,788 rooms, 257 bathrooms, air-conditioned stables, 5 swimming pools, 18 elevators, and a 5,000-seat banquet hall, and its own mosque. Sultan spent $400 million of his own, and now by today's standards, it's roughly $1.5 billion worth of massive property. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you people have enjoyed this video, and if yes, then please don't forget to subscribe the channel for more videos like this. We will see you in the next video. Till then, bye-bye.